You wear a halo made of light, but the cracks in the glow still bite. Perfect pose, perfect frame, hiding shadows in your name. Who's a mirror? Who's a mask? Which one's you when questions ask? Glass mirrors can't hold the weight of the truth you fabricate. You preach, you teach, but you're a riddle, broken more than those you belittle. Your words drip like sugar sweet, but the sour stains beneath your feet. Every smile, rehearsed play. How much can you fake today? Who's the judge? Who's the clown? Which one's real when lights go down? Glass mirrors can't hold the weight of the truth you fabricate. You preach, you teach, but you're a little broken more than those you belittle. Broken more than those you belittle. Broken more than those you belittle. Glass mirrors can't hold the weight of the truth you fabricate. You preach, you teach, but you're a riddle, broken more than those you belittle. Broken more than those you belittle.
Your thumbnails brighter than the sun. Bet your filter's working overtime, hun. You say you're real, but you're AI made. Scripted tears for the mess you play. Mirror, mirror on the ring light, who's the fakest to the fight? Your comments full of you slayed, but baby, your crown's prepared. Clickbait queen in a plastic scene, faking the love, but it's all so mean. Watch my truth while you sell a lie. Drama's your drug and your vibe so dry. Clickbait queen, bow down, alright. Your 15 minutes just ran out tonight. Squad goals with your dollar store crew. All teeth, no soul, it's really new. Your friendship's thinner than your lip line. Guess loyalty not worth the screen time. Behind the scenes a mask they slip, but the tea you spill don't even drip. You scream authentic, but I see through every little pixel. Who are you? Clickbait queen in a plastic scene, faking the love, but it's all so mean. Watch my truth while you sell a lie. Drama's your drug and your vibe so dry. Clickbait queen, bow down, alright. Your 15 minutes just ran out tonight. Smile so wide, it's cracking the screen. Every word so polished it gleams, but behind the gloss the fear fear still screams, perfectly perfect, or so it seems. They build their towers so high, but the shadows stretch and lie. Perfectly flawed, yeah, perfectly fake, shouting so loud, but it's all just a take. Insecure kings, they rule with a quake. Perfectly flawed. Oh, the mask will break. Preaching sermons with a pristine face, judging the world from the golden place. But the cracks show under all that grace, running a marathon, stuck in one place. The spotlight's blinding but thin, afraid the truth might seep in. Perfectly flawed, yeah, perfectly fake, shouting so loud, but it's all just a take. Insecure kings, they rule with a quake. Perfectly flawed. Oh, the mask will break.
Hey, I forgot to set up Zoom. Hang on one second. I don't know how I did that. Hold on. I just realized that. I'm like, holy fuck, where's Zoom? Zoom, 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 zoom. Doop, 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 doop. Here we go. All right. Where's Zoom? Window. What happened to my Zoom? All right, hold on. We're getting there, guys. Zoom. All right. Oh, we did have it. All right. Now we're up and running. What's up? Sorry about that. All right, what's up? Amber, Sweet Misery, Blonde Gypsy, Natalie, Coco, Holly, Lizzie. I think that's it so far. If I missed anyone, I apologize. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. So I'm losing subs left and right. So I don't give a fuck what I say anymore. That's where I'm at. So I'm truly at the point, I just don't give a fuck. People are going to keep unsubscribing. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Go support a bunch of fake ass fucking bitches. And if you guys can't see how fake ass all these fucking creators are, I can't help you. And if that's what these people want, then you go right ahead. I would rather keep my small little fucking real people instead of these fake ass fucking cunts. But we're going to get to all that. First, I want to say thank you for the Cash Apps last night. I noticed them this morning, so I want to say thank you. Much appreciated, much needed. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Secondly, You guys see that shit show that fucking happened today? Oh my. And everyone's blowing it off. Let's just erase the videos, put it on members only, and let's just sweep it under the fucking rug. Because that's what we're supposed to do. And subs don't seem to give two shits. And I don't get it at all whatsoever. Why is everybody so fucking fake around here? That's what I want to know. And why are we in a community where they're perfectly okay with all of this fucking fakeness and phoniness and bullshit? And I'm sorry if I insult a creator that you guys like tonight. I'm truly in a I don't give a fuck anymore attitude. And that's where I'm at. Break it down, build it back up. That's how I feel. But I'm honestly, I'm tired of tiptoeing because I might insult someone's creator. I'm done with that now. I'm calling it all out and putting it all the fuck out there. When I heard my name get dragged into something that I have no fucking clue what they're even talking about, that's a problem. But more importantly, what went down last night or today, I don't even know when it was. Yeah, it was last night on Queen Bee's panel is fucking gross. And let me explain why. There is a difference between a creator and a sub. Even if a sub is on panel a lot, they're still not a creator. And even if somebody panel hops and they jump on different creators' panels, that still doesn't make them a creator. So when I hear people that are going after these subs just because they may panel hop a lot, it's one thing. But to see the attacks, even from the subs, like, are you guys fucking 12? I can't believe what I have been seeing chat after chat. Oh, could we get rid of her? Could we do this? Could we do that? This one wants to pay to get down. Like, grow the fuck up. If somebody has someone on panel, I don't give a fuck who it is. I don't care if it's someone you like or don't like. Can you not be a fucking adult? The biggest fucking babies I've ever seen are filling up chats. And it's like they're so pathetic in their own fucking life that they just feel that they have to insult someone. And believe me, everything I'm saying is going to make perfect sense, I promise. I'm going to back it up with all the proof. So, just so you guys know, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you're going to be like, what the fuck is she talking about? Like, can you give us some examples? All of that's going to fall into play. I'm just kind of giving you my rant right now. 077, you might by the end of this. So, Queen Bee hosts a panel, and Queen Bee does do an open panel, all right? I'm not going to take that away from her. But she is also swayed by her audience. Rightfully so. I kind of understand it to a point. But when you have a panel of creators up there, you have Jay, you have Clue, you have even Cletus, you have nonsense. You have nonsense. Those are all creators. They can handle themselves. Hey, Irish, no, I'm just actually getting started. They can handle themselves. But when you add in a subscriber like UA, and this is where I'm going with this, I don't give a fuck if you like UA or you don't like UA. If she goes on a panel because she wants to express something, because she doesn't have her own channel to do it on like the rest of us do, why can't you be mature enough and give her a little fucking respect She's airing out what's bothering her. Queen Bee had 1,200 people in there. And I'm not saying this because Yue is one of my mods. I made Yue a mod when I made Kristen a mod. I'm not best friends with either one of them. I'm not besties with them. I felt bad for them. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying like I pity them. I mean, I like them both. But when I saw what Betty was doing, not Betty, I'm sorry, what Brittany was doing to Kristen, what the shit that UA was getting, I was like, fuck it. You guys want to be mods? Let's make you mods. Let's really piss them off. And it seems to be a hot fucking topic. So you know what? Mission accomplished. Absolutely mission fucking accomplished. Because people are still talking about it 2 months later. But UA goes up on panel last night trying to air out what she's feeling. And she's trying to just air it out. And what bothered her. And it made perfect sense of why she went on QB's panel about it. Because she went on QB's panel because they were talking about it. The whole shit came down with Jay and what a snake Jay is. And UA felt like, I like her too, Holly. And UA felt like that this was a good time to air her voice. And I agree with her. It was a good time for her to air her voice. She's sitting up on panel with lots of Jay's friends. So, of course, she's going to be nervous. Of course, she's going to feel a certain way. Of course, it's not going to be easy for her. We get all this. So you would think that they would have a little more fucking respect because she is a subscriber. Nope, they didn't. Granny tried to be nice. Oh, 2.2 thousand views. Thank you, Rats Mom. I mean, there were a lot of people in there. So, Granny, or I'll call her Cancer Scammer Granny, since she wants to still call me CPS Laura, we'll call her Cancer Scammer Granny. So Granny's like trying to be nice with her, but in a very phony kind of way. Hey, Kristen, in a very phony kind of way. And, you know, I get what Granny was trying to do. And I get that she was sticking up for her bestie, Jay. But what Jay did was really fucked up. And I mean really fucked up. And yet, people would rather go at UA last night than deal with the matter at hand. How the fuck does that happen? Why are you fucking idiots more obsessed with UA being on panel than you are with what Jay did? And I agree. What Chris said was phenomenal. And he was so fucking on point. And it's like, then they all put their fucking videos on private. Why would you put all your videos on private? Can you tell me why? None of you can stand by what you're saying. You're afraid like somebody's gonna say something or somebody's gonna review it. Oh, I'm sorry. If you don't get to watch it then you can't watch it at all. Because that's pretty much what they did. Granny's went on private. I'm sorry, Granny, I couldn't finish watching it at that time. And then it went in private. Natalie, that's kind of how I felt. So Granny turns around to her last night and, you know, in her fakeness and says, oh, something about CPS Laura and something about Jay. UA was warning people about Jay, and she goes, well, didn't people warn you about Laura? About CPS Laura? Really, Jess? Please tell me what the fuck I've done that people need to be warned about. I'll wait. You can text me that answer. You can jump on here with that answer. I'll fucking wait. I did something 4 fucking years ago. That's what people are going to be warned about. You want to know what's funny, Jess? I was watching somebody, it was Britney, as a matter of fact. Somebody was reviewing Britney, and JP said, I can't wait for the fallout with UA and with Laura and UA. What are you talking about? We're not talking behind the scenes like we're besties. If she left, okay, have a good day. If I made her a mod, didn't make her a mod anymore, okay, have a good day. I don't know what kind of bullshit you guys do behind the scenes, but we don't do any of that. Like, literally none of that. The last crew of mods could tell you there's nothing in secret. There's no secret rooms. There's no secret discords. My Discord was outed like 2 or 3 years ago, and they found nothing. Absolutely fucking nothing. They wanted to find something so bad, they couldn't find shit. We have not had a secret room in Discord in probably 3 years, maybe 4 years. I think the last time was 2022. I could look at the date because the room is still there. I think the last post was 2022. That was a long fucking time ago, people. So anyone that thinks that I play these games that their creators play, nah, sorry, played those years ago. So fucking over it. So I don't know why everybody thinks that there's all this shady stuff going on, other than they are doing the shady stuff that they fucking accuse me of doing, or they accuse this one of doing. So tell me, Granny, what should UA be warned out about me? I didn't fucking fake cancer. I didn't fucking lie about anything. I'm not fucking trolling people, torturing families. But this also goes to prove another point. You know, they're talking about that Jay got busted trolling. Do you not think that everyone thinks they know who this troll is and that troll is? Jay was trolling her own fucking friends, the people that she runs with every day, the people that she sits on panel with every day. So if you think that she's trolling her own friends, imagine who else she's trolling. Imagine what other shady shit she's doing behind the scenes. How come all the shady shit that Queen Bee did, how come that's forgotten about? Because Queen Bee gets up there and acts like she's holier than thou? Bitch, we know what you've done behind the scenes. We all know, because it came out. But now you want to act all holier than thou? I don't get how subs don't fucking see this shit. I really don't. This shit is fucking ridiculous. And honestly, I'm so sick and tired of seeing 2,000 people in their lives. All they do is fucking lie to you guys. All they do is they're phony as fuck. From Granny to Jay to Clue to all of them. And y'all just sit there like, oh, they're so wonderful. They're fake as fuck, people. Clue is the most insecure person I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. And the way she talks just screams insecurity. Queen Bee's so insecure she won't ever even show her fucking face. Granny, Jay and Granny, I don't think is really insecure, but Jay has always been a fucking scammer. Granny's a fucking scammer. And y'all sit there like, give me more, scam me more. And then when something like this comes out today and you see it and it's admitted to right in your face, oh, well, she took accountability. No, she didn't. She fucking lied. Oh, well, as long as she's held accountable. Bitch, I've took fucking accountability and you guys all still can't shut the fuck up. So what does that tell me? I'm sorry, that tells me that you guys, not you guys, but them, that for something, there's something I do that intimidates you guys so fucking much that you gotta try to bring me down to your level every fucking time. What are you so fucking afraid of? The one that I'm gonna pull out of that is Clue, because I've never really even interacted with Clue. So she just goes by what her friends say. But it is, you get people that fucking lie. You, even on this side, you got people that think they're holier than fucking now, that they're so much better. They're saying the same shit we said fucking 2 years ago. And that doesn't seem to matter. But I really am, I'm sick and tired of seeing 2,000 people in a live where they're fucking scamming you. They don't give a fuck about you. They're playing it up, the drama this, the drama that. Let's just fucking, oh, how do I get more money from my people? Let's just cry me a river. Let's just keep shit going that doesn't even need to be kept going. All in the name of money. And subs don't see it. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about people that have been diehard supporters for years. You know what I mean? Like Granny, Queen Bee, they're going to have supporters they've had forever. And just like I do. I mean, we all do. So I'm not speaking of those people. But I also don't understand how so many rich women, and I told you guys, I'm all fucking no holds barred tonight. I'm letting out everything that I've fucking been hiding. Just so I wouldn't hurt people's feelings. I don't give a fuck tonight. I've lost like 70 subs over the last 30 days. For what reason? I have no fucking idea. But all right. If I'm losing subs anyway, let's just go all out. So, I don't understand how all these fucking rich women, ones that have so much money, give their money to fucking people that can't even speak English. They don't even speak proper fucking English. Or they talk about sex all the time, or vibrators, and like, ew, I don't want to think about Clue with a fucking vibrator as much as I don't want to think about Britney or Jonesin or anything. Like, people are fucking gross. Like, I'm sorry, I think you're ugly. You're gross. I don't want to think about you with a fucking vibrator. Blech. Talk about fucking nasty. But I don't know. I just, at all these rich women, are they bored fucking housewives? I don't know. But I kind of feel like, I guess they are. I guess they're just really bored in their fucking life, and they have so much money that they're just going to give it to some fat bitch who makes fun of another fat bitch. Like, what the fuck? I mean, they all fucking need a diet. And they all want to go after Britney's looks. None of them are any better looking. I mean, Jay's older. Jay's, my age, so I'm not saying anything about Jay. And Granny's not fat. Hold on, I got an itch on my back. Jay has lost 600 subs in like 24 hours. But you know what I'm saying, though? It's like, they just talk about each other's looks. And don't hate me for this, and I'm sorry. I think Cletus is nice to listen to. I do. I have no issues with him. But he's not exactly a good-looking guy. And you have these women that, like, fawn over him like he's fucking Hillbilly Hill. He's from, like, the back hills of Tennessee with his fucking overalls and his ZZ Top beard. Is he an intelligent dude? Absolutely. But he's not exactly someone that's hot. I mean, for real. He's not exactly a good-looking man. And yet, these women are like, oh, Cletus is, Cletus. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? Just ew. Yeah, he doesn't even have fucking teeth. It's just ew. Clue talks about everybody's looks. That's her insecurity. It really is. That just shows me how insecure she is. Because someone that's truly secure doesn't need to talk about someone's looks in the way that these people do. Sorry, not sorry. Because not one of them is better than the other. Wait the women phone over to Ed. That's another one. That is an absolute another one. But at least, Natalie, at least Cletus has a brain. B. Tim does not. You know what I mean? Like, you can't even say that B. Tim is, like, at least Cletus is, like, intelligent when he speaks. You can listen to him speak. He's got a good voice. He doesn't sound like a whining piece of shit where B. Tim does. You know what I mean? It's just ew. Just ew. Just like Sitter. Sitter's got a good voice. I don't think he's a good looking man, but he's got a good voice. That's what I'm saying, Holly. It's just the way that I hear her go after Britney's looks. There's a lot of things you can go after Britney for. And Natalie, that's what I'm saying. Cletus is great to listen to. He's a smart guy. But as far as fawning over his looks, come on now. Really? And he writes good songs. But, you know, I'm not going on personality or anything. I'm saying this as far as looks go. I see Clue constantly calling Britney fat. Clue's bigger than Britney. So I don't understand why she keeps calling Britney so big when she's bigger than Britney. She's got more chins than Britney has. So why the fuck are you acting like you're so holier than thou, like you have a great body? Bitch, look in a mirror. Stop going after someone else's looks like that because you don't look any better. You kind of look worse than she does. Sorry, not sorry. Because anyone that constantly brags is insecure. That's a fact. That's an absolute fact. So, yeah, but Craig isn't good looking either, Irish. Craig is gross. Craig is short and ugly. Hey, Angela. Someone left a comment on Angela's, which was so well spoken. I think I'm going to go get it. It kind of coincides with what I'm saying as well. And now that she just popped up, it reminded me. Let me get it. Hold on. Angela. Right. Angela, where was that comment? I guess I get it from what I commented on. There you go. Okay. So not that Trisha right. Why do you think they can't ever get along? They are the same person, talking about Granny's Watching and Britney. Always have been, always will be. I love how Jessica grifts for crap that she can pay for herself. But when Britney does it, it's the end of the world. There is a fool born every minute, and somehow they find their way to this community. Giving hundreds, even thousands of dollars to two lazy women that use this as their career because they're too lazy to get another job. Why do that when there are plenty of suckers out here to fund their lives? That comment is so fucking true. Absolutely so true. Just from Krama, she made. Nah, I don't know who she is, but it really is a great comment. And Sly said, why is GW given another pass on her behavior? She's elbow deep in all of it. And Clip says, because she's a good liar and she cries. I'm all thinking Laura, OGers, and myself saw a lot of this. Oh, hell yeah, we saw a lot of this coming. Absolutely did. Guys, hit the thumbs up. We absolutely did. Because it's the same story over and over and over. And when you're dealing with a bunch of fucking scammers, like they all are, again, I'll take Clue out because I really don't know Clue. So I can't say she's a scammer. But the rest of them, every single one of them have lied to their subscribers. Every single one of them have been played for a fucking fool on so many levels. And maybe it's not this time, but last time. Cancer scammers, phonies and liars like Jay, scammer like Queen Bee. But yet, then they go on their panel and they expect everybody to fucking forget it. Yeah, this whole thing with Jay and Brittany being secret partners, that's kind of funny, but no, I don't believe it. I don't believe it for 1 second. Jay's not like that. I mean, she is, but she's not. Granny does lie all the time. I mean, cry all the time. She knows what brings in the drama, what brings in the money. And she plays it up every fucking time. Every time. Yeah, I think that rumor's funny. Because it's like, no, they're not fucking partners. Give me a break. But even if that's the case, how come that's not being talked about tonight? How come that's being wiped under the rug? Oh, because it's your friend, that's why. Imagine that was Brittany. How many people would be discussing it? If, let's say, it was, Brittany was caught trolling. Do you know how many, every one of them would be live talking about it? Every fucking one of them? Every one of them would be the first ones to be talking about it. They would be the first ones to be like, oh my God, did you hear what Brittany did? Oh my God, did you hear? Can you imagine this? Can you imagine that? Who's trying to force feed that though? Yeah, but you could say I have a connection with Natasha Cooper. Oh, Clue really pushed it tonight. But I thought Clue and Jay were friends. I'm confused. I'm very confused on that. Yeah, I didn't think Jay was friends with Natasha. I really don't. I mean, I'll ask Natasha myself, but I don't think they're friends. I don't see Jay having any connection. But Jay has always been a fucking scam artist. And a CPS caller and a swatter, but all of that gets forgotten about. because Jay hooked up with Granny and came into Granny's community, and Granny was like, whoa, here's a girl with 100,000 subs. Wow. Never looked into how she got them, what she's about, nothing. Oh, Clue is making people choose over there. That's probably because of Elevated Truth. See, I didn't watch Clue. I only watched a couple of seconds, and the thought of her with a vibrator just made me fucking want to puke. So I had to turn it off. And then I scheduled a live. So I don't know what else was said. Yeah, all of them are like a fucking Jerry Springer episode. I was in a store today when I heard what Chris Proudfoot said. They were all so fucking silent. And it just goes to show how pathetic all of them are. Because I think Jay was the only one who said, you know, Chris, I'm really, truly sorry. And she seemed sincere. She really did. But she was like the only one. Nobody else said a word. Because nobody else, I hate to say it, but nobody else has enough class to say anything. They all should have apologized. Because Queen Bee was too fucking stupid to even realize that Chris was coming down on her. But she's too fucking ignorant and dumb to even realize that. Because Chris made it a point to say to her, why is that up there? Like, why would you put that up there? It's one thing for somebody to say it, but now you're fucking repeating it. And now you're putting it up there for 2,000 people for everyone to fucking see. How dumb are you? And Queen Bee was too dumb to even fucking understand. Like, couldn't even fucking realize it. He's like, yeah, I know what you mean. And I'm sitting there like, Queen Bee, are you this fucking dumb? Don't answer that rhetorical question. And you may not know what rhetorical question means, but it means I already know the answer. Yes, you're that fucking dumb. He was telling you, get it off the fucking screen. And why, if it's so bad, are you repeating it? And why are you fucking putting it out there? Make it make sense. But she's too dumb. She didn't get that. She didn't understand that. Which really, I don't even understand how she didn't understand it, but she didn't. I'm going to tell you why they didn't send Jay a C&D. I said it originally, and I'll say it again. The reason why they did not send her a C&D is simple. If they did, then she would have nobody to talk about, meaning Brittany. BJ would have nobody to talk about if she sent her a C&D. She had to have people to fucking talk about, especially if the other people stopped talking about her. She still needed people to talk about her because that's how she survives. Therefore, there you go. That's why she didn't send one to Jay. Jay's info is not hard to find. Guys, hit the thumbs up. It's free. You guys can do that. If you're not going to give me any super chats or memberships, you can at least hit the thumbs up. No legal grift for her. Let me see if I can find it. Did anyone clip Chris's speech thing? Because after the shit I said about Queen Bee, she's going to strike me if I play it. Because she's a weak bitch. Nah, I don't see anything. Everything's from a year ago. All right. So just so you guys know what had happened, if you don't. Hold on. So this was on Queen Bee's panel with over 2,000 people in there. This was Jay questioning Elevated Truth about some sick shit with Katie and Sebastian. Yeah, beats him. Beats him. Don't you have a job? Charming Jenna. Welcome, Janessa. She shows it again. All right, is this where Proudfoot came up?
I don't blame Granny in this situation. Sebastian's house. I've been in his room.
The jingle on BJ, so she just stopped. That's odd. Struck her, you know what I mean?
1,952. Wanna do?
No, I just let her know. This is it was the next day.
What secret?
Exactly. What? You know, some kind of court. Lost everything.
So you can't even put a fuck on and talk about.
And he's an asshole.
At the end of the day, the conversation.
Thank you, Rockjam. But where did Chris come up? I want to hear Chris's speech. But Jay was on panel too. We got B Tim. It was on Queen Bee's panel, wasn't it? JP says, I can't believe I'm saying this, but Jay putting it out public wasn't any worse than Truth saying it at all. That's just me, though. I don't disagree with that. Auto block anyone who was mentioning lives. They know better at this point. Block and keep moving. Why are you so fucking insecure, Queen Bee? Oh my God, somebody mentioned another live. Oh my, let's block them. Grow up. Okay, there it is again. So that's 3 times she put it on panel. There's truth. Is this it?
You can take the time to fuck off from your 4.5-hour live stream that you've already done with your 217 people in chat. You have 2,500 people over here in the whole community wanting to know why in the fuck you're on bullshit. So, I believe, yes, I believe she owed everyone an explanation for her bullshit. I absolutely do. Was I shitty as hell to ask her? That's one person's opinion to the next. When you do some bullshit like she fucking did, you absolutely owe a community an explanation. There's a lot of fucking subs that were.
How about all the bullshit you've done, Queen Bee? How come you've never given a fucking explanation for anything? She acts like she's acting like fucking the opinionated community. She's never answered for anything. There's a lot of things she's been called out on, and it just gets wiped under the rug because that's Queen Bee. Get the fuck out of here. People are so fucking phony.
Real fucking pissed. Who are still real pissed. I mean, I've gotten fucking shit tons of emails that they've unsubbed. I'm unsubbed. I've unsubbed from both of her channels. I've unsubbed. I don't want nothing to do with this. I don't want to be around this. I don't want nothing to do with this. I got a screenshot from Jay's Discord where she said I'm fucking sick over this.
That's another thing. Why are people contacting you about Jay? They're not mature enough to go to Jay, or they just kissing your fucking ass?
Then she said something about Clue admitted she had a troll account. Yeah, there's a lot of people who have troll accounts. But
well, not me.
The poll right you is another lie.
I don't know what the name is. You have to pull it back up.
I don't get it, bro. I don't get it.
Yeah.
This is the X picture. Or not the X picture, but the X picture.
I changed the picture after that to the marshmallow of BJ Marshmallow.
No,
And I've never made anything with Clue's ex's picture. I would never fucking do that.
So what did you?
That is not Cam. She's saying that's Cam and Allie. That's not Cam. That's not a picture of Cam. Cam doesn't have a mustache. Well, then again, the name, it may, I guess it was. I don't know.
Alley crack pipes. And it says scamming alley cracking pipes. That is not Clue's.
So that's the picture though. This is the X picture. Or not the X picture, but the X picture.
I changed the picture after that to the marshmallow of BJ Marshmallow.
No,
I've never made anything with Clue's ex's picture. I would never fucking do that.
So what was your reason?
Talk to Chris about it. Then why the fuck go into Truth's chat and troll the fuck out of him like that? Why? If you already had a goddamn answer to the question and you've already spoken to Chris and Proudfoot about it, then why the fuck go in there and troll Truth to throw Granny under the fucking bus? This is fucking bullshit. This pisses me right the fuck off all
To throw Granny under the bus?
over again. Because what the fuck? Okay, now you want to tell the truth now that you're back in the fucking corner. Okay, I had an alt. Well, we already knew you had a fucking alt. You had 2 of them, 3 of them. You fuck probably more than that.
But
you know
why?
what?
Jay, we've established.
I had to hurry up and find something else to talk about, in my opinion, because you already
This is the 5th time she put it on her fucking screen. Number 5 on her screen.
knew what was coming down the pipeline. You knew what time it was. You hadn't even been talking about Idaho 4. You had been talking about Lauren and BJ. So an Idaho 4 stream in the middle of this shit with only a couple hundred subs in there, girl, bye. I'd have been shut that motherfucker down and said, y'all, look, there's only a couple hundred of us in. Stop a goddamn Idaho 4 stream that you ain't even talked about, ain't spoke about, ain't gave a fuck about.
Discord, dude, I don't talk about you in my Discord.
Okay,
So
you did. You want to stand on that?
Hold on, what made you suspect Katie was pregnant by Sebastian?
Who, me?
Truth, please answer why you thought Katie was pregnant.
Yeah, I wanted to know why he suspected that.
Yeah, but I want to know why you suspect that too. What?
I mean, it's a valid question, is it not? Fuck.
But hold on, you said you had already talked to Chris about it, so why do you care why?
It's not a valid question because you have to be a fucking moron to think that. That's why it's not a valid question. Even if Sebastian went missing, well, he did go missing, but even if he went missing, Katie would still be pregnant. Katie didn't have a baby. And to even put that out in the universe, you're fucking sick, Truth. Jay, you're sick. Granny, you're sick. You're all fucking sick. Why are you even entertaining this? And if you have to be smart to realize that that is the most ludicrous fucking comment out there, if you need to think about that, you are a fucking idiot. Like, if you need to even ask it, you're a fucking moron.
I thought about it if you had already talked to Chris about it. What did it matter what I thought? Because you talked to Chris about it.
Because it started from you.
How? So you talked about it.
I don't think it's a good idea to keep that up there.
Why not? You're the one who put it. You typed it in my chat.
Yeah, I asked you.
So, but that's the problem, is that you're caught. That's the only reason you're talking.
No.
You guys are better than this, and you know better. Now put your statement that's up on the screen in my living room right now.
All right, we found it. But again, this is where Queen Bee is too fucking stupid to realize that Chris was talking about her. But she's too fucking dumb.
Make that
That's all you care about? You don't care about the fuck shit you did to me?
And asking questions,
Wow.
so be it.
Wow. That is wow. Wow. Wow.
I mean, and to be fair, I do
It is
think
what it is.
it's a bit weird. The whole idea behind it, if that's an option that was taking place, it is fucking weird. And we all know it's weird, which is why we never put it on social media.
What's up, Chris?
You know what I mean?
Well,
What's going on?
it is what it is.
What up?
Jay, you just don't care, right? You just think it's like it's funny, right? Why did you tell people my shit's stolen that I sell?
Stolen?
Well, this is the
Yeah. It's in a Discord.
with Katie and
A
speculated she was pregnant by
Discord, dude? I
Sebastian.
don't talk about you in my Discord.
Okay.
So
You did?
why
You
would-
want to
what
hold on.
made
You want to
you-
stand
what
on
made
that?
you- Hold on. What made you suspect Katie was pregnant by Sebastian?
Who, me?
Truth, please answer why you thought Katie was pregnant.
Yeah, I
by
wanted to
Sebastian.
know why he suspected that.
Yeah, but I
Absolutely,
want to know why you suspect that too. What?
I mean, it's a valid question, is it not? Fuck.
But hold on. You said you had already talked to Chris about it. So why do you care why I thought about it if you had already talked to Chris about it? What did it matter what I thought? Because you
it
talked to
started
Chris
from
about it.
you. Because it started from you.
How? So you
But
talked about it.
I don't think
When
it's a
did-
good idea to keep that up.
Yeah, but it was a year and a half ago. Why'd you bring it up now, Jay? You've known it for over a year and a half. What made you come up with this now? Britney stuff getting boring? You needed something to spice shit up? I kind of think this is all manufactured drama, and I think they're all fucking behind it.
Up there.
Why not? You're the one who put it. You typed it in my chat.
Yeah, I asked you.
So, but that's the problem, is that you're caught. That's the only reason you're talking.
No,
about
I'm not.
Okay, can I
I'm
step
not
in for a
lying,
minute?
dude. I'm not lying.
Can I step in for a minute?
Please do.
So the statement that's up on the screen in my living room right now. You just took it down. Put it back up.
Jesus Christ.
Exactly, Lady V.
I have had a
Not
discussion with every single one of you offline, privately, and I will openly admit it. I am not ashamed. We have had discussions. We have talked about certain things.
Mhm.
And it was done for the respect for you guys to understand what's been going on behind the scenes. So instead of sitting here blasting me and Katie on all of your shows that you did in the beginning, and yes, a lot of you have apologized, and we are very grateful for that, because that's all we asked for, and for the stuff to stop. That's what we asked for.
Yep.
The other side of the coin, Seth Rogers and his fucking stupid fucks, yes, I'm going to say it that way, are all out there playing their stupid ass fucking games. You guys are better than this, and you know better. Now put yourself.
Chris, that's what you're not realizing, Chris. No, they're not any better. They're a bunch of fucking losers. The more people realize that, the better off you'll be. Because every single one on that panel is a fucking loser. A loser in life.
In our shoes. What if something like this happened to your family and people go out here and they start blasting you on the fucking internet? You tell me how you feel. Yeah, I'm pissed. I'm upset, and it feels very disrespectful.
I'm sorry, Chris. I never meant to disrespect you.
I'm sorry, Chris. I never meant to disrespect you. Really, Jay? You're 50 fucking years old. You don't know better? Yeah, you do.
I can take it. My wife doesn't deserve it. Yes, everybody has the right to have the questions because she was the last one with Sebastian. I completely understand that. Katie has made that exact statement. But for this fuck shit to be on the screen and be out here over a year and a half fucking later, that's stupid, reckless, and complete, utter, just, God, it's the most disrespectful thing. And it's not just for Jay, it's for the rest of them all out there that are spreading stupid shit. Be very
You're right.
careful on these streets because what you don't understand is every single one of you are a public figure.
Oh, well, believe me, I understand, Chris.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
in
well,
several
yes,
fucking lawsuits.
I will apologize. Yes, Granny, you do understand it. Jay has understood it. She's been in a lawsuit before.
You're right.
Yes, Granny, I'm sorry, Queen, you have been too.
Crazy.
But I just don't understand why would you? I don't understand why go in under an alt and write that, Jay. Why not just go in there and talk?
I don't know. You know what, Queen? You know what, Queen? I honestly, I didn't even think of the outcome it was going to have like this. I was not definitely poking victims to try to cause drama. That's not why I said it. I literally, I'm not a fan.
I guess I'm just trying to figure out what triggered it. Was they talking about Sebastian? Was it?
They were talking about.
I think they're all behind it except for Chris Proudfoot. I think Jay, Granny, Clue, Truth, I think this is all to stir up drama to make money for themselves. That is what I fucking think. I think it's completely fucking manufactured.
Sebastian, yes, they were doing a live on theories about Sebastian. And I really wanted to know, why he thought that. And you're right, it was fucking wrong. I should have never brought it to his chat. I should have never brought it up, and I was wrong.
Well, I'm not going to say everything being brought up. There's
You're
a
right.
time and a place for certain
right.
things to be said and to be put in the public eye. To have a private conversation should never come to light. It should never be out forward for everybody in this world to hear. It's not everybody's business. It's
You're
not.
right.
Can I ask a question? Truth,
Yes,
were you
ma'am.
the one that said that to Betty? Because the time
No, I've never spoken to Betty. I've literally never spoken to Betty ever.
And for the record, I
that's
don't
what
speak
freaked
to
me out.
BJ either. And I don't know where that came from. But I'm not friendly with BJ. I don't talk to her, nor have I ever.
Well, you know what's really odd to me is Robin, who is Betty's ex-mod, Robat in your Discord. That would be Bullhorn Betty's ex-mod. The one that runs her fucking cockbox non-fucking stop about me in your goddamn Discord.
How many ex-mods does QB have of Britney's? I'm just curious. Does that mean that you're talking to Britney? These people just have no fucking brains. They are like the dumbest people I've ever seen. They really are to me. It just doesn't get any dumber.
Poor Jay. So, who else are you talking to, Robat, that you would be giving information to her from? Body, or maybe it was someone talking about BHB saying it. There's a whole lot of shit going on.
Spoken to her. Ever.
I believe that.
But I know, I understand everybody's pissed at me. I understand if you don't trust me. I apologize. I never meant to hurt Chris or Katie.
I'm pissed off at the community.
That wasn't my intention, and it never would be, and I'm sorry.
And that I don't really understand. I didn't really understand. I didn't catch him saying he's pissed off at the community. I'm not too sure why he's upset with us or as the community as a whole. This was not our choice to troll. It was not our choice to come in under alts. It sure as fuck was not any of our choice to put that in a chat. That's for damn sure. And another thing that popped this off, the entire thing that popped this off is we knew this was going on, right? We knew this was going on, but before we even had a chance to handle everything going on, someone went into BJ's live stream and messaged her at the same time and told her that it was alleged Katie was pregnant by Sebastian. So we knew somebody had been texting BJ and telling her what was being said.
Which is a fucking wild fucking rumor to spread because that's such a disgusting
Yeah.
rumor.
So now, not only do you have, not only are we not able to handle it before it gets out here any more than it already has, you got this dumb fucking broad getting messages, blasting it all over her fucking shit, thinking the shit's funny and cute. She just thought she was tickled fucking pink.
I don't even like repeating that statement, to be completely honest with you.
It's a disgusting, sick fucking rumor that should have never been brought to fucking Truth's chat as a fucking troll under an alt. Period.
I am for one damn second. I'm not perfect. But at least you got up here, you owned it, you apologized.
Okay, are you just in here fucking trolling at this point, or what? Jay came in and admitted that it was her, Keezy Fox. Are you fucking kidding me right now?
Yeah, she admitted it was her, Keezy.
I mean, really?
Like,
Josh, you did what you were supposed to do. You've done that. That's great. The only thing that I will go forward with in telling everybody, if anything, those who do this for a living on YouTube, before you go out here and you do this, if it is a job, if it is your primary source of income, treat it like a job. Come prepared. Make sure that what you have is factual, not speculatory. And keep in mind that the people that you may speak about do have emotions. They do have feelings, and they are humans. As much as I can't fucking stand Seth, he's still Sebastian's father. I still respect that man for the fact that he is Sebastian's father. Doesn't mean I'm going out here on this YouTube or anywhere in social media to sit here and blast certain people. I'm not going to do it. I did it once. I apologized.
And any respectable, normal fucking person would have said, you know what, Chris, you're right. He is Sebastian's father. And it doesn't fucking matter what we think of him. But not one of them are smart enough to fucking say something like that. Again, I'll pull Clue and Cletus out because they're personal friends with Chris. So I'm sure they've said it. But for the rest of them, not one of them is fucking smart enough to say something. Not one of them is fucking intelligent enough to have, not even to placate him, to just fucking do the right thing.
Now forever, that shit right there that was up there is now forever out there. It will never go away. So as creators, I would suggest a lot more research, a lot more caring into what you put in your shows and how you address it, and be a lot more respectful toward one another. You guys could do so much more with your shows.
Chris, that includes Brittany. And obviously none of them listened because a bunch of them went live talking about Brittany after your whole speech here. How's that happen?
You could be a lot more productive, a lot more helpful. The true crime community is not true crime, it's true drama and true bullshit. True crime, asking the questions, not putting opinions, asking the questions and getting factual answers. That's true crime. That's the way it was supposed to be. That's the way it should be. Not this is this, and this is this. This is my opinion, allegedly. Fuck all of that. Because it doesn't matter what you put in front of it. Allegedly, my opinion, it doesn't matter. In a court of law, that shit don't mean any damn thing. Yes, you have right to freedom of speech, but you also have the right to understand libel, defamation, and slander. As creators, you should know so much better on how to do it and doing it very, very well. And you guys could do so much more and be a lot more helpful to families. Yes, I understand that in cases like ours, statistically, everybody looks at statistics. I got it. We've heard that same thing from every entity of the law enforcement involved in Sebastian's case. Statistics, the book, statistics. We know how it works. But for God's sakes, have some compassion. It's very hurtful to hear this. It's very hurtful to see it. And yes, I'm not going to sit behind the curtain and tell you or lie to these people out here. Yes, I have talked to creators. And I've also opened it up to everybody who said they wanted to talk. All I've asked is you have a respectful conversation, and I'll have one back. But I'm very brash, and I'm very straightforward.
And dressing up like Seth when delivering something to Clue is not drama, Chris? I mean, I understand. Let me back up. I understand why Chris is so mad. I mean, I do. I totally get it. And I totally get, like, these people put out there that, you know, his wife is pregnant by her 15-year-old missing son. That's sick. I mean, that's just totally fucking sick. So I get why he's so mad.
That's what I have said. In the beginning, I've said it all the way through the end. All the creators can tell you I'm still the same way. The one who had the biggest balls out of them all to come and speak to me was Clue and Cletus.
That's because they're friends with you, Chris. It's not because they have balls. It's because they're personal friends with you.
First ones. My story, our story, has never changed. Sebastian's case, right now, as it last stood, came out with the FBI statement. The only way at this point in time, according to the FBI, we're going to find Sebastian is by everybody out there looking. There's no evidence of foul play. There's no nothing. So there shouldn't be any questions about what happened to Sebastian with Katie or anything of that nature. It shouldn't exist anymore. Because I'm going to tell you now, and I'm going to hurt some feelings when I say this, nobody is smarter than the TBI, the FBI, the Secret Service, the Sumner County Sheriff's Department, and whatever other agency that was involved in his case. I'm sorry. Y'all might be smart people, but you don't have the experience and you ain't got the education of doing it all. From those years of experience added up is not enough compared to y'all. I'm telling you, take your community.
Chris, not every FBI agent is so brilliant. A lot of them are fucking idiots. I'm not saying all of them. Some of them are very smart, but not everyone is so smart. But maybe you think they're so smart because you and Katie did something with Sebastian and you got away with it. I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm saying that that's a possibility.
Go back to what you should be doing. Ask the right questions, get the factual answers, and make your shows amazing.
Well, what are the right questions, Chris?
Well, y'all all asked me, where was Sebastian? Where was I? Where was Katie? What was timelines? I've given you every bit of it.
I appreciate what you've given, and I'm sorry that you're still going through this.
No, but I do think Granny's question was on point. Okay, what are the right questions then? If we're constantly asking the wrong questions, what's the right questions? I thought it was a good answer. And I agree with you. Katie does not deserve this at all.
No, it's not just me. It's me. It's Katie. It's Seth. It's our families, for God's sakes. That's the other part of this. People don't understand how much damage it does and how widespread it is. That's what people don't understand. And you never will until you're in that position. And I pray nobody ever gets in that position.
I agree.
It's hurtful, but I'm not going to sit here and bash y'all. I'm not going to sit here and say that you suck and all this. That's not me. You should know better. We've had our disagreements on certain things. I can accept that. Doesn't mean that I don't like y'all. I do like y'all. There's some out there who I can't that I despise. I wouldn't piss on them to put them out if they were on fire.
This just should have never gone out onto YouTube, period. It should have never been.
Amen. Amen.
And sometimes when you're in.
Chris, I'm sorry, but your answer should have been, No, it should have never, ever been said in the first place. But instead, it's, oh, it shouldn't have been put on YouTube. No, it shouldn't have been out there in the first place. Hey, sweet Stevie, you're not green. It should have never, ever been even said. Not privately, not publicly. It's just not even like, I just can't even comprehend that someone said it. I really can. I'm totally with JP on that.
True crime, especially me being fresh in true crime, you're looking at every single angle. Some of them aren't pretty angles. You know what I mean? And
no, I completely understand.
You know, and I think I'll just leave it at that. I'm not here to convince anybody, but when I asked the question, it came from a place of concern, not the way some of y'all are trying to take it. But I can't.
What kind of concern did it come with? Let's be real. Oh my God, Katie may have been pregnant. With what proof did that even come up with? Show me where the proof of that is. Give me a fucking break.
Can't say any more than that.
Well, in hindsight, retrospect, we've had a conversation. It doesn't help that there is another part of this equation who's on the other side of the coin, whatever team they want to be fucking called, I don't care, who went on other creator shows and ran his mouth and said some stuff he should have never said.
Yep.
And it spreads like a wildfire. And I could be a royal pain in his ass if I really wanted to. And I could go out here and do exactly what he's doing. But then again, what does it have to do with finding Sebastian? It doesn't. Truly, it does not.
Chris, none of the people on this panel are going to help find Sebastian. I know that in your heart of hearts, you want to believe that they will. They're fucking YouTubers making a ton of money off of your son. Yours and Seth's son. You think they're your friends? They're not your friends. Maybe Clue and Cletus are because they live close to you. But the rest of them are not your friends. They saw a way to make a shitload of money off of the back of your missing child.
I just want to say, Chris, I'm sorry. I never intended for this to end up this way. And I mean that. I'm sorry that I disappointed all of you. And I deserve everything that everybody's saying. And I did not do it.
That sounds so sincere.
You can say I did it on purpose. Yeah, I was on an alt, but I truly thought it was something I wanted to know where that came from. After having private conversations and to have that theory, I didn't go into detail with it.
Right.
I didn't go into detail with Chris. I wondered where that came from.
Thank you for saying that, Jay. Because I didn't give out the entire phone call I had with Truth. I did not.
No, and I definitely was not on the line either. It was not like that at all.
Well, I accept your apology.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And I mean,
and Grady, I betrayed your trust, and I apologize to you as well.
Thank you, Jay. I mean, it's okay. It's not something any of us. I mean, it was so long ago. I didn't expect it to come up either. But a lot of people, the whole big thing here was that Jay was trolling as Clue's ex, and that wasn't Clue's ex. And I think a lot of apologies are needed for that. That's the type of shit that goes out there and you can't take back.
And
as people in the chat were saying I was part of that. I would never do that. Not to Clue as a friend, and not to any victim.
Either, nor did I. And I'm not giving any.
Respectfully, right? The big thing here is not that. I don't want to deflect from. I mean, that was a misunderstanding, right? That's what that is. But this is not about alt with what people thought was Clue's ex. This is about private fucking discussions being trolled into fucking chats under alts that didn't need to come out publicly, especially from a true crime creator. That's where, I mean, that's just where I see it. I mean, that's just where I'm at with it. The whole Clue's ex thing is just a misunderstanding. It's a misinterpretation of the photo. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, the fucking bottom line is, why are we as creators trolling other fucking creators
I wasn't
under
trying
fucking
to troll him. I really was wondering where that theory came from.
You asked the question like 6 times and continue. I tried to let it go so I didn't have to address
you
it.
didn't
You kept
address
on
it
and
at
kept
first.
on.
I just
Don't you
wanted
think
to
there's a
hear. I mean,
reason I wouldn't have addressed it publicly if I never spoke about it publicly?
I already said it was wrong for me to bring up. I understand that, but you're asking why.
But yet you said I'm sorry to everybody else except me. You've apologized to everybody but me.
I hadn't even gotten to address you yet. I was going to address what you said about the stolen stuff, because I don't know where you're getting my Discord from, but many people have come in my Discord who have ordered stuff and either A, haven't gotten it, or B, it was like small enough to fit their kid. So
Like who?
maybe I made a joke and said it's probably stolen, but
Like who?
I don't know what the fuck you do. I don't watch your shows.
But you talk on me. So who said this? You're saying people. I'm asking
I
you to
don't
put names on
remember.
it.
I don't
Oh,
know who
okay.
it is off the top of my head.
Because no one's ever complained to me, and if they did, it's taken care of, right? So I'm
Well,
just saying you're just trying to lie to cover more
I'm
lies, and I
just
don't
giving you
appreciate it.
context of what was said in the Discord.
And for the record, I already have talked to Chris about this conversation and about my thought at that time. So for anybody who thinks it's a secret to Chris, y'all are wrong.
It wasn't a secret to Chris. I already knew that.
I was talking to the chat because they seem to think that it was just some crazy out of the top of my head.
No.
And certain people know, but no one wants to talk about the fact that people are going crazy over the question. There was a fucking reason for the question. Not that I believe that now, because I don't. But the question came up for certain reasons. And it's like, y'all are trying to make me out to be a fucked up individual. And I just don't think it's very cool.
Well, can I just say that everyone is in the chat saying, how did BJ know about it? I mean, these motherfuckers watch everything. Is it really that unheard of that somebody who was watching that day could have gone to BJ's chat? No, guys, it's not. Like, it's just not.
I'm not working with BJ.
Right. The same way I got all Kelsey's comments from the chat the other day. I'm sure people quickly took those screenshots.
Well, I can tell you for a fact, it doesn't matter who's on what show. It doesn't matter who's live. It doesn't matter any of it, because everybody gets a membership to somebody's show, regardless of whether or not you ever went to their show, you chatted in their show, whatever, it doesn't matter. And all these people, and yes, I'm not trying to be disrespectful when I say this, but it's going to sound that way. But for those who have nothing more important in their world.
Yeah, I was wondering about that, Irish. I thought of that. Because I know when, as a ex-smoker, I can detect cigarette smoke from a fucking mile away. If someone is in a store, I could tell if the person before me touched it, if they smoked. Any item that comes from a smoker's house is gonna stink, unless you're a smoker. If I ever sent out candles that smelled like smoke, it would be horrible, horrible. And I'm sure that when I first started, I was smoking for like the first 4 months of when I started. I can't even imagine what those candles smelled like to a non-smoker. It's disgusting. So if you're selling t-shirts or whatever, or you're selling items and you're a smoker, trust me, they smell it. And it's gross.
And to sit on YouTube 24/7 almost, it seems, to get a screenshot of the people who they don't like, or some information they think is so damn juicy that they got to run back like we're in elementary school. Well, I'm going to go tell my friend because I don't like you. Grow the fuck up, people. Get a moral compass and get that shit squared away. Get it back north. Not just because you think this or you don't like this person, let me run over and tell this person. It's a two-way street and it goes both ways. BJ likes to run her mouth about people, expected in return. She's going to get people talking bad about her and vice versa. It happens to me and Katie. It's happened to Seth. It happens all about everybody. Question is who's big enough to walk the fuck away from it, because it's all high school shit. Now, I will say this. If you're dumb enough to go out here and draw up some type of litigation paperwork and serve people, I highly recommend you get more than a 10th grade education level before you get out here and you start playing in real world in court systems, because it's very pricey. And lo and behold, you lose, you will pay, and you pay big time.
Amen to that.
And trust me, anybody out here that's involved in the litigation and you win and you have to counter, we need to have a conversation offline, because I'm going to give you some insights on how and where to go and hit people and hit them real hard. And I don't mean physically. Hit them in the pocketbook, and here's how you do it. I'll help.
That's funny. My avatar is picking up Chris, and she's speaking to Chris is speaking. It's kind of funny.
Help you.
Shelby Lynn says, Jay, why did you have to ask Truth live though? She's got to send a super sticker. She's pretty upset about this.
Because I don't talk to him offline.
She had sent a few prior to that, so I wanted to answer because one shot says, Jay, you could have contacted Truth behind the scenes. I think you wanted to damage Truth's standing in this community because you don't like him. That's how I feel.
This is the part that I get so fucked up over. Everyone's super chatting Queen Bee, asking, why didn't Jay do this behind the scenes? Well, why the fuck didn't Queen Bee do this behind the scenes? Why did Queen Bee need this for content? Why couldn't Queen Bee contact Jay behind the scenes? It doesn't, QB is no better than the people that you guys are saying Jay is so bad. I don't get it.
And it's scummy.
Fair enough.
Angelina, just like Julie's private text shouldn't be blasted either. Jay, you turned on her for no reason, which I don't know about that lawyer situation, but I don't agree with that either. I don't think anybody should, you know what I mean? I don't get down with that. So anyway, Scarlet Feather here. Hello, ethics people have some class. Chris, that was well put and should not have had to for a guy that's been dragged so hard. Smartest in the room, mad respect.
I'm not the smartest one in the room.
Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Don't y'all know BJ's in the room right now? Clearly, she's the smartest.
I don't want to be the smartest person in the room. If you are the smartest person in the room, then you're in the wrong room. You should be in a better room.
That is by far one of the best fucking comments I've ever heard on YouTube. And I mean that. That is so fucking true. If you are the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong fucking room. And I bet everyone on that panel is probably sitting there like, what does that mean? I don't know what that means. If you don't know what it means, you probably support some of the people on that panel.
You should never be the smartest one in the room.
In that case, I got to drop. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
I love
Lois is thinking of Sebastian always. I think, okay, Jisnim McCoy says here, who told BJ that I think BJ got a message on her screen that says truth be told. And it went across the screen and then she got a message screenshot on her phone.
Oh, BJ, I don't talk to BJ. I never talk to BJ. I didn't call Queen a snake. I didn't make a fake out with clues. I didn't do that. I asked a question in a chat that I shouldn't have asked. And I admit that. I'll take the heat for it. But all those other things are not me.
Well, see, the snake comment was it's astable, so it's at J for J. Like you know what I mean? Like there's no way to make an alt. That's the only bad thing about that. There's no way for anybody to make an alt with it.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I'm just saying there's no way to make an alt with it. So I don't know if maybe you forgot or maybe I don't know, but it came back to your shit. So you can't make two alts with that.
I don't
know if maybe. So you blatantly hear me calling her ass out for the shit. You hear me saying you cannot make two fucking alts. I don't know. I don't know what it was.
If it was me, I would tell you it was me.
Okay, so then why not just admit that? Why not just admit the shit? Because you can't make a fucking alt with it. So we know it was you, Jay. Fuck.
I mean, I don't know what else to say.
Can we also acknowledge the fact that like people are like, oh, Brittany's loving this and all of that? Shame on you, Brittany, for even highlighting something like this when you claim to be so close to his father, and that's the whole reason you use this child's name to go into a courtroom. Shame on you for making that into content, you sick bitch. You haven't spoken about anything pertaining to
the only.
Okay, so if you guys are lost, I was lost the first time. I finally understood it now. About you can't make two alts. I'm sitting there going, you can make two fucking alts? What are you talking about? But this goes back to the other day where QB called Jay out for this troll account and Jay was like, it's not me, it's not me. And it was proven that it was her. So Queen Bee is like, you can't make two of the same name. So just admit it's you. We know it's you. And sure enough, Jay won't admit it.
thing Loon's right about is that her fucking kid is a goddamn murdering ass piece of shit little bitch that's taking it up to Bodie every fucking day in prison. Okay? That's the only thing that bitch will ever be right about. Making a piece of shit. And I can't be any more clear about it. Anyways, on that note, happy Friday. I appreciate you.
And that's what Chris said. Right, Just Irish? Some worse than others. How did BJ make? I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, they're ridiculous. They're absolutely fucking ridiculous. Who's up for a ghost story? I should end every live with a ghost story. Oh, of course they do, Cocoa Pop. Of course they forget everything they've said about Sebastian, Chris, all of it. Is it scary? No, not really.
A few days earlier.
All right. First one. It's actually kind of weird. All right. Ghost story number 1.
His dad couldn't quite explain why, but something about the exhibition dedicated to a woman named Maria Sabina unnerved him. Whether it was the unsettling history tied to her name or the way her wax statue seemed a little too lifelike, the entire exhibition gave him an eerie feeling he couldn't shake. But after seeing what his son captured on video, returning to this museum would be the last thing on his mind. Because as the camera focuses on the statue, something chilling happens.
Thank you, Amber. Struggle is real. Doty, Misfit, Tennessee Road, Mystique. Thank you, Amber.
I call this.
Now, picture this. If you are in a wax museum, I don't know if you guys have ever been to a wax museum, but imagine being in a fucking wax museum and this thing moved. Think about that for a second. Tell me you wouldn't shit your fucking pants. How is that even possible?
The wax figure of Maria Sabina appears to come alive, tilting its head sharply and deliberately, as if it were aware of being watched. The movement is subtle but undeniable, fast enough to send a jolt through the person behind the camera. Shocked, he keeps filming, waiting for it to move again. But after that brief, disturbing motion, the statue goes completely still, as if nothing ever happened. The footage quickly spread online, leaving many viewers unsettled. The father, however, tried to rationalize what happened. He wondered if the figure might be animatronic, maybe even part of some exhibit feature he hadn't noticed before. But according to the museum's owner, the figure isn't animatronic at all. There are no mechanisms inside it that would make it move. If that's true, then how exactly did its head tilt on its own? That question remains unanswered, and perhaps that's what makes this clip so unnerving. Was it just a trick of perception? Something explainable? Or was it something far stranger? A moment when history itself seemed to move? Whatever the case, one thing is clear. The figure of Maria Sabina left more than just an impression. It left a chill that still lingers long after the footage ends. And this wasn't the only museum where the unexplained made itself known. Because this next piece of footage is from a security camera inside a museum in Russia. The building had already closed for the night.
Now this I think is fake, and I'm going to tell you why.
No visitors, no staff, no movement. Just silent exhibit halls lined with historical artifacts and displays, all watched over by a standard security system. The timestamp reads 1926, well after closing hours. By then, the museum should have been completely deserted. But something appeared that shouldn't have been there.
Now, the reason why I think this is fake, I'll tell you why. If you look, everything around it is fuzzy too. Like everything around it is fuzzy. So that's why I think this is fake.
Рам жабық тұр, иә. Сіз шынап қот жасап жауап бердіңіз. Қайта сізге көрініп, жаңа көрінгенде сіздің есіңіз шығады. Бұны көрдіңіз бе? Елес жүр ғой, елес, призрак. Бәрсе өткенде мен түнгі сағат 1-лерде көргем.
That's what I'm saying. I think this one's fake. I do. It's because you see like this long light next to it, and everywhere it goes, it's like fuzzy everywhere. So I do. I think this one's fake.
In the grainy black and white footage, a faint, translucent figure slowly begins to materialize in the middle of one of the exhibit rooms. At first, it's nothing more than a faint blur, but then the outline becomes clearer. It moves with quiet, deliberate steps between the display cases, as if it knows the room by heart. What stands out most is how defined it looks. This isn't just a shadow or a trick of the light. It's the shape of a person, drifting through the empty museum. For several seconds, the apparition glides through the exhibition space before slowly fading from view. The uploader claimed that this was not the first time unusual activity had been reported in the building, but it was by far the clearest incident ever caught on camera. Many believe that museums are natural magnets for paranormal energy. With centuries of history and artifacts from lives long past gathered in one place, it's death. A curator unable to think was captured that night. A spirit making its nightly round another way. Clip. Where a ghost hunter got far more than he bargained for. In this video, a ghost hunter named Alex is exploring a reportedly haunted house when he suddenly hears a low rumbling coming from a nearby wardrobe.
Now, this one is fucked up. It really is. This one's really whacked. I saw this earlier.
Instantly on edge, he raises his camera and begins recording, unsure of what he's about to witness. Without warning, the mirror on the wardrobe bursts outward, sending razor-sharp shards of glass flying straight toward him, missing him by only inches. But there's something even stranger here. If you look closely, for a split second, a dark, shadow-like figure can be seen shooting out of the mirror, darting across the room with unnatural speed. Alex doesn't even notice it at the moment. Shaken, he slowly opens the wardrobe, expecting to find someone hiding inside. But it's completely empty. No broken frame, no object that could have caused the explosion. Nothing. The room falls silent again, as if nothing had ever happened. Standing alone in the darkness, Alex is left with more questions than answers. Mirrors have long carried eerie folklore. Some believe they can act as doorways, allowing entities to slip through from somewhere else. If that's true, then what exactly forced its way through this one? Whether there could be a logical explanation or something genuinely paranormal, one thing is certain. Whatever came out of that mirror moved with purpose and vanished without a trace. So what do you think Alex captured that night? A simple accident?
See, it's things like that. I believe that. I do. Just because it went from the inside out and there's no escape in there. There's no door that someone, like we watched it. There's no door somebody could have got out of. So I think that one might be real.
Or a fleeting glimpse of something far more sinister. And now we move on from a violent burst of glass to the quiet creak of a restroom door. The tone shifts, but the unease stays. It's just after midnight when a student decides to stay late at school. According to long-standing rumors, the building is haunted, especially the restroom. The story began with his father, who works as the school's caretaker. While cleaning the restrooms during his night shifts, he often claimed to hear faint whispers echoing from the farthest stall. But every time he went to check, the restroom was completely empty. The whispers would stop as suddenly as they had started. It became a running joke between him and his son, but beneath the laughter was a strange sense of unease. Curious, and perhaps a little too eager to prove the story true, the student decided to test it for himself. He waited in the shadows until midnight, then quietly slipped into the restroom, pulling out his phone and hitting record. If something did happen, he wanted proof.
Nah, y'all ever been in a bathroom skipping alone, bro? This is crazy. I'm in here, bro, just alone, and it's like mad weird, bro. Cause like, what if there was some monster or something pop up on me? That shit would be crazy, bro. But I don't know. Like, there's nobody in here. You could come out and shit. I don't even know, bro. But yeah, there's nobody right here, bro. But this shit's crazy, bro. I don't know, but that shit's that weird. What the f? What the f?
At first, the restroom seemed empty. The air is still. The only sound is the faint hum of the lights above. But just as he's about to leave, the door of the last stall creaks open on its own. It's quick, barely noticeable. But if you slow the footage down, something chilling can be seen. A face, pale, fleeting, peeking out from the darkness before vanishing in an instant. The video spread quickly online, and many believe he captured the very entity his father had heard whispering all those nights. But what do you think? Was this proof of something truly haunting that school restroom, or just a perfectly timed trick of the night? And from a quiet school at night, we head to a retirement home where...
Like, what do you think of that one? You think that one's real or fake?
something else decided to leave its mark. And that video was shared by a woman named Rachel K., who works at the retirement home where something very unusual was recently caught on camera. A few days earlier, a cleaning crew had been sent to tidy up the second floor. Their main task was to clean several rooms, but more specifically, a pile of cat litter that a visiting child had accidentally spilled in one of the hallways. It was supposed to be just another quiet night shift. But partway through the job, something happened that none of them could explain.
Yeah, that's vegetarian. Vegan will be like, no cheese.
Oh, that's disgusting. Or the vegan cheese.
Or the vegan cheese. That would be...
not the only one that heard that.
Well, there was this one time when I was in this hallway and
Out of nowhere, clear footprints began to appear on the carpet. No footsteps led up to them, and no more followed after. Just a single set, as if something had walked through the hallway and then disappeared into thin air. What makes it even stranger is the footprints themselves. They're tinted with the same pale, dusty color as the cat litter scattered nearby, as though someone, or something, had stepped directly into it.
See, Iris, I don't think that's fake. I don't. Because how do you even fake that? I don't know. I don't think that one's fake. Me too, Seclusion. I said the same thing. I would not be afraid to die if I can come back as a ghost.
Earlier that night, the crew had already felt unsettled after hearing strange noises echoing from down the hall. But when the loud crash followed, panic set in. They fled the area, convinced something was there with them. Rachel, the woman who shared the footage, believes that whatever made those noises is the same thing responsible for the mysterious prints. The second floor of this retirement home has long been rumored to be haunted, with countless whispers of strange occurrences after dark. Whether those stories explain what happened here remains uncertain, but one thing is clear: footprints don't appear on their own. So, what do you think? Was this just an odd coincidence, or something far stranger making its presence known? And just when you think it can't get stranger, the next clip shows something making itself known in a far more violent way. It's late one night when three brothers are fast asleep in their shared bedroom. Suddenly, they're jolted awake by a strange sound, something tapping or moving just outside their window.
I saw this one already on a different creator. It's fucked up. Watch this.
Bro, it's coming from right there. Bro, but it's hot. No, turn. I don't care. No. No.
As they look over, they experience the fright of their lives. Someone, or something, is peering into their window from the darkness outside. The boys scream and bolt from the room, completely terrified. Unfortunately, the clip was posted without any source or explanation. So we're left to wonder, what did they really see that night? And perhaps even more worrying, how long can that shaky bunk bed survive before it collapses on the poor guy sleeping on the bottom? Did you find this video disturbing already? Then brace yourself for what you're about to see next. Just as in this next video that was uploaded to the internet by a fear, but now he wasn't so sure. Some believe the doll may be tied to something dark, perhaps even something trying to attach itself to the boy. But what do you think happened in that kitchen? Walks closer.
Bising-bising, natidur pun tak boleh. Hantu punya setan, maning kau sorok. Kau lapar nasi ke setan? Bisinglah lagi. Ada dua setan. Duduk diam lah. Apa lagi ni?
Awoken by the noise, the boy quietly grabbed his father's phone, determined to prove that what he'd been hearing was real. The footage he captured begins with a plant pot gently shaking on its own, no one near it. Then, a faint rattling starts coming from inside one of the kitchen cupboards. He slowly walks closer, and when he finally opens it, the same doll that had been scaring him is sitting there. Panicked, the boy slams the doors shut. But when he gathers the courage to open them again, the doll is gone. The cupboard is empty, and the rattling hasn't stopped. When Arash saw the footage the next morning, he was stunned. He had dismissed his son's fear, but now he wasn't so sure. Some believe the doll may be tied to something dark, perhaps even something trying to attach itself to the boy. But what do you think happened in that kitchen? Was it simply a trick of the night, or something much more sinister? And with that, we step inside one of America's most haunted hotels. Mark Sebastian is spending the night at the infamous The Stanley Hotel in Estes Park, Colorado. Known as one of the most haunted hotels in North America, it famously inspired The Shining by Stephen King. Over the years, countless guests have claimed to witness strange apparitions, hear phantom footsteps, or feel an unsettling presence in the halls after dark. And on this night, it seems Mark experienced something just as chilling.
Holy shit. I'm not kidding, I just saw someone move in that window. Look in this window, right here. Shit, you hear that?
As he films the exterior of the hotel late at night, his camera captures what appears to be a shadowy figure peeking out from one of the upper windows. At first glance, it could be mistaken for someone standing there. But what makes it truly disturbing is that this particular room is closed off, locked, and entirely inaccessible to the public.
This is the room where I saw something. There's no one there.
When Mark brings the footage to the attention of the staff, they can't offer any explanation. No employees are stationed in that room, and it hasn't been used or entered for quite some time.
Really creepy though.
Isn't that creepy?
I'm glad you caught that though.
Me too.
You should show the tours.
Okay, I'll show the tours downstairs.
Please do.
Okay.
Really
I confirmed with the staff that no one was in there. They don't do patrols inside of that room. And most certainly not at 2:30 a.m.
I want to let you know that I was on live the entire night that night. So there are at least 1,000 people who saw the events of the footage you just saw play out in real time. It's a locked whiskey bar that is only open for private events. And as soon as I saw Mr. Shadowman show his ass, I ran up to the door of that room that is on that little patio that you can see in the video, shined a flashlight in and showed that there was no one in there.
Whatever appeared behind that window wasn't supposed to be there. Some believe it could be the ghost of a former guest who never checked out, while others suspect something far older and more mysterious tied to the hotel's long and unsettling history. The Stanley Hotel has a reputation for being a place where the past and the present blur, a place or one of the many restless spirits inside his home. According to El Caesar, it all began.
See, I just feel like some of them are fake, but I think some of them are real. I think I saw this one already.
Knowingly captured something chilling on camera. She'd been relaxing on the couch, watching TV and sending casual Snapchat videos to her friends, something she often did to keep herself company when the apartment felt a little too quiet. It was meant to be a normal night, nothing more. But after sending out a few snaps, one of her friends noticed something strange in the background of one of them. Something Jordan hadn't seen herself. At first glance, nothing seems out of the ordinary. But if you look closely, a shadowy figure appears to move from one room to another, fast, almost gliding through the darkness. It's subtle, easy to miss in real time, but when the footage is slowed down, the shape becomes clear. A large, hunched figure moving silently through the apartment. Whatever it was seemed to have no intention of being seen. It lingered just long enough to be caught on camera, then disappeared into the shadows again. Some who've analyzed the footage believe it could have been an intruder, while others are convinced this was something else entirely, something not human. Whether it was a person, a shadow, or something far stranger, one thing is certain. Jordan wasn't as alone as she thought that night. So what do you think was lurking in the background of her apartment? A simple trick of the light, or something far more unsettling? And with that, we go from a shadow in an apartment to something that looks far less human. In early March of 2025, a woman named Jeanette moved into a new apartment. She had just gotten the keys and was filming the whole moving process for fun. Just little clips here and there for her followers. But not long after settling in, something really strange happened. While filming one of those clips, Jeanette accidentally captures something she never expected.
Can I help you?
Remember? We're friends.
No, I don't remember. I don't remember. Please get out. Please get out of my apartment. Please get out of my apartment.
A man suddenly walks into her apartment. Jeanette doesn't recognize him, and it seems like he just wandered in after noticing the door was left unlocked. Now, we don't know if police ended up catching him, but that's not even the part viewers are talking about. What really caught people off guard is what happens right before the man enters the apartment. If you look closely, the door appears to open on its own, right as Jeanette is walking toward it. She didn't even notice this until later, when her viewers pointed it out in the comments.
Okay, update. I'm just as confused as you guys are. I have no idea what happened. All I know is whatever happened, I'm grateful to whatever opened this door, because if this didn't open, I don't know, some things probably would have happened.
She manages to get out safely and goes to get help. But then, just a few nights later, something even more unsettling happens. This time, Jeanette is filming a lighthearted video with her cat when things take a disturbing turn. Her camera catches something odd on the bed right behind her. A visible indentation starts forming on the mattress, almost like someone just sat down, even though no one is there. A few seconds later, another imprint appears, right next to the first one. That's when Jeanette realizes what's happening and quietly backs away into the corner of the room. The video keeps rolling, and from where she's standing, you can barely make out what's happening on the bed. But there's a moment where a small, dark shape, or maybe just a shadow, seems to appear for a second. Jeanette's completely freaked out and calls the police. She ends up spending the night at her neighbor's place with her cat. Police did find the man from earlier, who had apparently run off after the first break-in, but they had no explanation for what the camera caught inside the apartment. And as strange as it all is, this wouldn't be the first time someone's experienced something like this during a break-in, which kind of leaves the big question: what exactly is going on in Jeanette's new place? And why does something unexplainable seem to happen every time someone tries to get in? She's still posting videos about her move, and luckily, there haven't been any more intrusions since then. But for now, the whole thing remains a mystery. Let me know what you think. But for now, let's dive straight into this next disturbing encounter. For this next video, I'm curious to hear your opinion. Do you think it's real or fake? Let's take a look and let me know what you think. This TikTok was posted by user at Alex Huff almost a year ago. In the video, a girl named Alex is home alone. She decides to film a quick clip to show her followers which makeup brand she uses, something they had been asking her for. But what happened next left both her and her viewers absolutely terrified.
Highlighter I use the Milani 05 Soleil.
Thank you, Kat. This I've seen before too. This was if you look it up on TikTok, it's pretty popular. She was just doing a makeup thing.
So I'm gonna try that on, and no.
Unexplained phenomena occurs on camera. Something so disturbing that Alex, visibly shaken, immediately fled the house. She called her parents in a panic, and when they arrived, she showed them the footage. Since then, there's been no update. Alex eventually deleted the original video, as if she wanted nothing more to do with it. But by then, the clip had already gone viral, spiraling across TikTok and other platforms. Thousands of viewers weighed in, with many speculating that the incident showed signs of poltergeist activity. Alex briefly responded, saying she had never experienced anything like it before, and that she wanted to stay far away from anything paranormal. Maybe that's why she deleted the post. Maybe that's why she went silent. But to this day, there's no further information. No updates, no explanations. Just the disturbing video that refuses to be forgotten. So what do you...
And that's your ghost stories for the night. Fucking crazy, right? But like I said, I think some of them are real. I think some of them are fake. I agree, Lucid. It is a good break. You just have to like the ghost stuff. But I think every night there's drama, I'm going to do a ghost thing after. So, but I am going to get off. I know it's Friday night, but I'm tired. It's been a long fucking day. So, if I want to thank you guys for being here. Thank you for listening to me vent. Sometimes a good vent is all that's needed in life to make you feel better. So, thank you. Just a couple more weeks till vacation. I'm so excited. So, all right. But I'll see you guys later. Have a wonderful night. And I will see you guys tomorrow. I think I'm going to be at Sage's all day. So I'll probably see you guys tomorrow night. All right. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button. We got to get to 25,000 subscribers. And I will see you guys tomorrow for more ghosts. Lots and lots of ghosts.